Good morning, Johnny. Good to see you today. How are you? Hope you're feeling great. How was your weekend? Oh, I'm glad you enjoyed it. All right. So, remember last week we did a short story with all the CBC words and you did an excellent job. So today, let's move ahead. Okay, move one step further and we will learn how to read big words by breaking them into smaller parts and we call them as syllables. Okay, so we are going to learn today how to read big words by dividing them into smaller chunks and we call those chunks as syllables. Okay, all right. So before you learn multi-syllabic words, that means big words, you need to know why is it important to learn big words, to read big words. Do you think it is necessary? Okay, right, you are correct, it is necessary. But why is it necessary? Correct, to understand the passage better. Absolutely, great job. Right, we need to learn to read big words to understand the passage better. That's a perfect answer. Now, another reason is, as you are in grade 3 now, you are expected to read the text by yourself. The teacher in your classroom does not help you much. You will be doing a lot of independent work. So it's very important for you to read the text by yourself. And I'm pretty sure you might have noticed all the stories and the comprehension passages when you in your grade 3. They have pretty big words, some complex words and longer words which are complex, a little harder. Did you notice that? Yes, right, we underlined those words. Correct. And the vocabulary words, they are slightly longer. So what happens if the words are longer? It gets a little difficult to read them. So today I'm going to give you some strategies, some tools with which you can now attack the big words and read by yourself. Does it sound good? Right. Are you excited? Oh yeah, I am very, very excited. Okay? So it's very, very important for you because it's in grade 3, the text starts getting difficult, harder, and the words start getting bigger and a little longer and a little complex. So having the tools to break down the big words into manageable parts and then put them together and read them is very important. And that's what I'm going to teach you today. Okay, so let's go. Okay, have you heard about syllables? Do you know what syllable means? Have you heard of it before? Heard, right? Okay, can you tell me what it is? No, that's okay. Okay, no problem. Okay, so you need to understand that a syllable is a word part that has one vowel sound. Okay, so one vowel sound, it's a part of a word which has one vowel sound. And when we say words, we naturally break those words. Okay, it's not the whole word together. It's when we have words, we break them. So I'm going to show you how we can break them. Like for example, let's see, I'm going to say some words and then let's clap out to see where these words break. Okay, now if I say the word cat and let me clap with it, cat, it has only one syllable. Okay, so it has only one syllable, that does not break anywhere. Okay, but let's say if I say the word, you have a pencil in your hand, right? Let's try to say that word. Okay, when I say pencil, there's an automatic break in the word. So where does it break? Pencil. Do you see? It has two parts. The whole word has two parts. Pencil. So that is the automatic natural break we have for the words, and those breaks which has at least one vowel sound in each part, we call them as syllables. Okay, now if I say rabbit. Okay, rabbit, rabbit. You see that? Rabbit. Even our mouth, when we say there's a natural break, we cannot say together just how we say cat. But then when it comes to rabbit, we have two parts, rabbit. And let me try saying elephant. Come on, elephant. It has three syllables, three sounds. Say elephant. Okay. So all these sounds are based on the syllables. Okay. So the vowels. I'm sorry. All the sounds what we make are based on the vowels the word has. Okay. So we are going to start today to understand what these syllables are, how we can break the big word into smaller parts, how can we put them together, and then how to read it. Okay? Alright, so let's start. Before we go ahead into the lesson, let's quickly review these 5 important words in the 5 important letters in the alphabet. What are they? Okay, so let's see these 5 letters, magic letters. What are they called? Yes, they are called the vowels. So do we know that, right, Johnny, that these vowels, each one has a short sound and a long sound. Okay, so let's quickly review what these short sounds. When it is short sound, what sound does it make? Okay, yes, correct. This one, e, o, and right. So we know all the 5 short syllables. Now what are the long syllables? Can you tell me? Okay. A, E, I, O, U. Awesome. So now when you know the sounds, the short sound and the long sound of the vowels, you are good to go to read all the big words now. Okay. So now we know the sounds of these 5, all the vowel sounds. So now let's move to know the different syllable types. Okay. Before we read all these big words, we need to understand that there are some 6 syllable types. We call them as open syllables, closed syllables, R-control syllables, vowel T, vowel consonant E, and the final stable. We have 6 different types of syllables. Okay. But don't worry, I'm not going to teach you all the 6 today. Alright, so we are going to focus today on only open and closed syllables. Okay, we are going to learn about closed syllables and open syllables today. Okay, so these are the easiest ones. We'll start with this one and then we'll go further to the difficult words or difficult types of syllables. So today we are going to read only the 2 types of, we are going to learn the 2 types of syllables, that's closed and open syllables. Now let's look at this closed syllable first. So once again, before we go through learn the closed syllable, what is a syllable? It's a part of the word which has what sound? At least, yes, at least one vowel sound. Okay, it has at least one vowel sound. One part of the word which has at least one vowel sound is called the syllable. So now let's see what a closed syllable would mean. Okay, so now as we know that yesterday, the last class when we did, we know our words have these patterns like V and C. That means we have a vowel and a consonant, or we have C, V, C. We have consonant, vowel, consonant. These are the words we already learned. Okay, so now when we read bigger words, we need to know what a closed syllable means. We learn the words, but now we need to know what a closed syllable means. Now let me explain to you. Okay, now if I write the word, let's say, look at this word. Now I know it might be a little difficult to read this word, so what I'm going to do is I am going to break this word into 2 parts. Okay, so when I break this word into 2 parts, I try to identify the vowels in each one. So now let me take, now I'm taking another color and then I identify the vowels. Now I'm thinking, oh, what can be the vowels here? Oh, I see this one. Hi. And there's another one too. So how many vowels do I see? I see 2 vowels. That means this word should be having 2 syllables. Okay? So, when I see these the 2 syllables, now, one way we can, that means this word has 2 parts. Now, I need to divide this word into 2 parts. But, where will I divide it? How? Can I draw a line anywhere I want? But then, I can't do that. So, there are a few ways where we can do that. Okay? So, usually, I draw a line after the vowel. Or when we have 2 consonants, we usually try to break the word in between 2 consonants. So now we know these are 2 vowels. So what about C? What is it? A consonant or a vowel? Yes, it's a consonant. This is also a consonant. So I am going to draw a line here. And then let me see how I can read. Now let's take a look at the first part of the word. What is this? It's p, I, k. So this becomes pick. Okay? And this becomes n, I, k, nick. So it becomes picnic. But let's first look at one part of the word. I'm taking 1 syllable. When I take this syllable, that is only the first part. Okay? When I take the first part, now I know that this is the vowel. So, now, with this vowel, I want to see, is this vowel followed by a consonant? Or does it end only with a vowel? In this syllable, is the vowel followed by a consonant or does it only end with a vowel? When I see a C here. That means this vowel is followed by a consonant. So when the vowel in the word is followed by a consonant, it is called a closed syllable. Okay? So when this vowel is followed by a consonant, the vowel in the word, in the syllable, if it is followed by a consonant, it is called a closed syllable. And then the I or the vowel says its short name. Okay? So that is what a closed syllable means. A closed syllable means when the vowel in the syllable is followed by the consonant. So that means the syllable ends with a consonant. This vowel says its short name. Okay? So it is p, I, k. It becomes pick. Okay? Now look at the next syllable in this one. When we see the next syllable here, we have a vowel. Yes, I know. I is a vowel here. We have 1 vowel. Now, is the vowel followed by a consonant? Yes, it is. When the vowel is followed by a consonant, this becomes closed syllable. And then the I, the vowel in the syllable, says its short sound. P, I, k, pick. Sorry, n, I, k, nick. So this is p, I, k, pick, n, I, k, nick, pick, nick. Okay, so when we break the words and when we identify the syllables, it becomes easy for us to read the bigger words. Okay, this is a closed vowel. I'm going to give you more examples. Okay, like let me write another word for you to understand. Okay, so if I take another word, let's say, now look at this one. Okay, so first thing what we do is we underline the vowels. So when I look at this word, what am I thinking? Okay, what are my vowels? My first step is I try to underline my vowels. Okay, I have A and I have E are my vowels. And I have R and K here. And I know they are consonants. So I generally try to draw a line in between the consonants. Okay, in between 2 consonants. So sometimes it might not be that way, but most of the times this works. Now let's take the first syllable. Can you tell me what the first syllable is? Okay, yeah, this is the first syllable. Now, I look at my vowel. What's the vowel here? A. And is the vowel followed by the consonant? Yes, it's followed by the consonant. So when it follows by a consonant, then that means this vowel, this syllable is a closed syllable. This syllable is now called a closed syllable. This is a closed syllable. So when the syllable is closed, when the vowel is followed by the consonant, the A, the letter A, the vowel here says is short sound. So, mar. Okay, mar. And then now look at this one. Now this is K-E-T, my vowel. What is the vowel here? Yes, it's E. Okay, and then now this ends with the you already got it. Awesome, awesome. Yes, it ends with a consonant. So the E says it's short name. Ket. So what is this? Is it a closed vowel or an open vowel? It's closed syllable or an open syllable? Yes, when there is a consonant following the vowel in a syllable, it is called a closed syllable. So ket. Mar, ket. Market. Okay, so this becomes market. So yeah, this comes under R controlled words, a syllable, R controlled syllable, but this is again an example of a closed syllable too. Okay, so these are the closed syllable words. Now let's see what's an open syllable. Okay, any confusion here? Okay, so alright, let me give another example for you. Okay, so after we learned the word picnic, so I'm going to give another example to show you a closed syllable. Okay, yes, let me see. Now look at this word. Okay, so now in this word has how many vowels? Let me take my pen, marker, and underline the vowels. A is 1 and I is 1. How many vowels do we have? 2. That means this word has how many syllables? How many syllables? We will have 2 syllables. So what do? 1, 2. This word has 2 vowels, so 2 syllables. We clap twice. 2 syllables. And let's see how we break this word to understand where we have syllables, where we break the word. Okay, let's see how we break the word. Now, usually, yes, we draw a line after the vowel, or when there are 2 consonants. When there's a double, especially when there's a double consonant, we can just draw a line. Okay, so I draw a line here, and then let me see my first syllable. Okay, this is R, A, and B. What's the vowel here? A. Correct. Now, is it followed by a consonant or not? This one, yes, it is followed by a consonant. So when a vowel is followed by a consonant, the syllable, this is a closed syllable. It becomes a closed syllable. When it becomes a closed syllable, the vowel in the closed syllable says its short sound. It says its short sound. The vowel says its short sound. R, A, B, rab. Now let's look at this one. Okay, B-I-T. So, okay, you know it. Correct. I'm so proud of you, Johnny. Yes, this vowel is followed by the consonant. Yes, it ends with a consonant, not with a vowel. So when it is followed by a consonant, the I says its short sound. There you go. So b, it, bit. Then r, a, b, rab, b, it, bit, rab, bit. Okay. So rabbit. This is 2 closed syllables here. So when we say the syllables, what do we do? Rabbit. It has 2 syllables. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to learn what an open syllable is. Okay. Now, open syllable. Now let's say, okay, I write the word R-O-B-O-T on the board. Okay, so what do? What do we do at the first step? I take my marker, okay, and then what do I do? Consonant or not? This one, yes, it is followed by a consonant. So when a vowel is followed by a consonant, the syllable, this is a closed syllable. It becomes a closed syllable. When it becomes a closed syllable, the vowel in the closed syllable says its short sound. It says its short sound. The vowel says its short sound. R, a, b, rab. Now let's look at this one. Okay, B-I-T. So, okay, you know it. Correct. I'm so proud of you, Johnny. Yes, this vowel is followed by the consonant. Yes, it ends with a consonant, not with a vowel. So when it is followed by a consonant, the I says its short sound. There you go. So b, it, bit. Then r, a, b, rab, b, it, bit, rab, bit. Okay. So rabbit. This is two closed syllables here. So when we say the syllables, what do we do? What do we do? Rabbit. It has two syllables. Okay. All right. Now let's move on to learn what an open syllable is. Okay. Now, open syllable. Now let's say, okay, I write the word R-O-B-O-T on the board. Okay. So what do I do? What do we do at the first step? I take my marker, okay, and then what do? I underline the vowels in my words. I underline the vowels in my word. What are the vowels I see? I see O and O. There are two vowels. Okay. Now, I do not see any two consonants together. Do you see? No. So let me think. Okay, let me draw a line after the first vowel, because we know that every syllable, I want to break this word into syllables. So I need to know that if I have to break this word into syllables, I should have at least one vowel in one syllable. So what do? I break this word after the vowel. So this is one syllable, this is two syllables. Oh, I hear you clapping. Yes, it's two claps. Wonderful. It's two claps. Correct. It's two claps. So now, let's see if we can take the first syllable. Okay. R-O. So now look at my syllable. Look at the first syllable here. Does this syllable follow, is the vowel in this syllable followed by a consonant? No. It ends with a vowel. This syllable here ends with a vowel. So then it's called an open syllable. When the word ends with a vowel, we call it as an open syllable. So when it is an open syllable, the O in the syllable says its long name. So what is a long name? Oh, right. Okay. So when it is an open syllable, the O or the vowel in that syllable says its long name. So R, O, ro. And then let's come back to the next one. Okay, the next syllable, B-O-T. Now we know the vowel is O. Is the vowel followed by a consonant? Yes, there is a consonant, so the consonant closes it. It becomes a closed vowel. Remember that if it ends with a consonant, a C, that means it's a closed syllable. I'm sorry, not a vowel, closed syllable. This is a closed syllable. So the O says its short name. So it is B-O-T, bot. This is R-O, ro-b-o-t, bot, robot. Okay, this is robot. Okay, so let me explain it to you clearly. So here this one, the one here, which is in red. You see that red box? Yeah, the red box. It is ending with a vowel. When it ends this syllable, the syllable in the red box ends with a vowel. When it ends with a vowel, then it is an open syllable and the vowel says its name. R, O, ro. Okay, but when the syllable ends with a consonant, see here, when this syllable has a vowel but it ends with a, it is followed by a consonant, it is a consonant. The word in the black box, you see that? It has a consonant, that is a closed syllable. So the red one is an open syllable which has O at the end, the vowel at the end. So the vowel says its name, it shouts its name. But here, when we have the closed syllable, that is the vowel is followed by a consonant and it ends with the syllable ends with a consonant, then it becomes a closed syllable and the O says its short name. Okay, so this is the red one, R, O, ro, b, ot, bot, robot. Okay, that's robot. Can you understand that? Yes, that is an open syllable. That is robot. Okay, so now let me explain another word. Now, okay, well, before I explain, let me show you some, just let me show you these. You see here, look at this one. Look at this syllable. Okay, this is one syllable. So look at this one. How do you read this? What is this one? This is her and this is H and I. So this one here, if you see the syllable here, this is a syllable. Now, in this syllable, what happens? Does it have a vowel at the end or a consonant? It has a vowel. It has a vowel at the end. So if it has a vowel at the end, look at our red box here. Okay, the red one, we're going to use a red marker to highlight all of these ones. Let us see them. Okay, so it's an open syllable and the vowel says its name. What's its name? I. So, I. Hi. Hi, how are you today? Okay, but then when I put a consonant and close this syllable, I am closing. When I put a consonant, what am I doing? I am closing this syllable. So when I close this syllable, then this vowel here, this consonant comes and tells the vowel, shh, don't tell your name. You're closed now, and it says it's short sound. So it, hit. Do we say height? No, it's it, hit. Okay, can you tell me a sentence with the word hit? Yes, it is not good to hit others. Very good. Yes, correct. Okay, now let's see another one. Now, so look at this one. N-O. What does this syllable end with? This syllable ends with a vowel. And we know that if it ends with a vowel, right? So, if the syllable ends with a vowel, what is this? A closed syllable or an open syllable? Yes, it is an open syllable. It's an open syllable. So when this is an open syllable, what happens to the O? It shouts its name. So, O, no. Then what happens? Now let's see what happens now when the Mr. Consonant comes here. Mr. Consonant comes and he closes the door. He closes the door and then he tells the O, don't tell your name. And then it becomes, when the vowel is followed by the consonant, it becomes a closed syllable. It becomes a closed syllable and then the O says its short sound. Not. Okay? Alright, so that is open syllable and closed syllable. Okay, now look here. Here are some anchor charts about the closed and open syllables. Look at this one. The closed syllables. The door is closed. The door closes when you have the consonant at the end. Okay? It has all the consonants at the end. All the consonants. So then the door is closed and it is a closed syllable. And then the vowel here says its sharp sound. So let's read together. Come on. Cat. Hop. It. t, it, t, ip, tip. Okay, those are the one syllables now. So only one syllable. We only have one sound. Okay, now let's look at this one. B-U-T-T-O-N. How many vowels are there? You see the division there? How many vowels does it have? It has two. It has two vowels. So it is how many? One, two. Two claps. Correct. And then when we read this one, this is b-a-t, but. And then I'm seeing here t-a-n, ton, button. So when I see there are two vowels, so I know that it has two syllables now. But when I see this vowel here followed by a consonant, I know it is a closed vowel. Now let's look here. The door is open. So when it is open, what does the vowel say? It's long name. Correct. The vowel says it's long name. And is the vowel followed by a consonant there? No, it's not followed by a consonant. Okay. Now we know that the Y, the letter Y sometimes makes the vowel sound. So it ends with Y. B. And then it's I. Correct. By. N. O. No. Let's see this one. H. E. He. G. O. Go. Okay. So all these are the open syllable words. So closed syllable, the door is closed, and the consonant closes the door of the vowel, and the vowel says it's shortening. Here it is, the vowel is at the end, there's no consonant followed, so the vowel is all free and it shouts its name. Hoo-hoo! I am free. Okay, so that is closed and open syllables. Okay, yeah, don't worry, we'll do together. Let's do some more examples together now. Okay, Johnny, let's do some examples together. Are you ready? Yes, okay. Now look at this one. Look at this word. What's the first step now? We need to learn to read. We need to know how to read this word. So what is the first step? Yes, to underline the vowels. Okay, now come on, tell me what vowels are here. Okay, I see A. Correct. There are two vowels, right? Okay. Now, before we read, where do you think we can draw a line here? Yeah, right, yes. Okay, let's see where we can draw the line. Come on, show me where you can. Right, when we have two consonants, usually we can break the word there. So how many syllables do you think this word has now? Yes. Come on, let's do it together. Two. Correct. 1, 2. It has two syllables. Okay. So now we know the vowels and we know that it has two syllables. Now we should know how to read it. Okay. Tell me what's the first syllable here. Okay. It's B-A-S. This is the first syllable. Now, does it have vowel? Yes, it has. So what syllable is that? Do you think it's an open syllable or a closed syllable? Okay, how do you identify? Yes, it's closed, but how do you know? Yes, because the vowel here is closed it's followed by a consonant, so it is closed. Yeah, see, it's closed. Correct. Good job. It's closed. So what happens to the vowel now? Fantastic. The vowel says its short name. B-A-S. Bas. Correct. Let's go to the next syllable. Okay, now what's the vowel? Okay, we know the vowel. Vowel is E. Is the vowel open or closed? Does the consonant close it or no? Yes, it closes. So what is it? It's a correct closed vowel. Can you read it for me? Right. K-at. Cat. Correct. Fantastic. So now let's read it together. So b-as, bas, k-at, cat, basket. Okay, basket. Right. Yeah. I bought a fruit basket yesterday from the market. Or I bought a basket of fruit from the market. This basket is made of wood. Okay, it's a wooden basket. No problem. Can you tell me one sentence with the word basket? The basket. Okay, there were colorful baskets in the market. Correct. I'm so proud of you. Very good. Okay, now let's take another word. Take your whiteboard. Okay, take your whiteboard and see the letters I put for you there. We have some letters there. Now take those letters and you make, I'll tell you what to put. Put them. Put M, U, S, I, C on the board, on your board, just like me. Did you? Well done. Nice. Yeah. Okay, now it's your turn. Take your marker. What's the first step? Underline the vowels. Yes. Go ahead and do it. I'll help you. Oh, you don't need my help? Oh, I'm so proud of you. Come on. Yes, so I see that you underlined U and I. Great job. Okay, so what does this mean? So how many syllables? 2 syllables. So how many claps? 1, 2. Yes, yes. There you go, Johnny. Right. So where do you think we will draw a line here? So when I'm looking at this the word, yes, we do not see 2 consonants together. Yes. So what can we do? We draw a line after the vowel, the first vowel. Okay. So let's see after the first vowel. Because we know that each syllable should have at least 1 vowel. Yes. So this is the first syllable. This is the second syllable. So let's read it. Okay. Let's read the first syllable. So before we read, what do? Okay. Look at the vowel. Yes. It is a nice. Correct. So what do you put if it is an open syllable? Why is it open syllable? Yes. It's not followed by a consonant. So what do you put on the top? Okay. Go ahead and put O. Right. Okay. So what happens to the vowel? Yes, it shouts its name because it's free now. So it says M. Correct, correct. You, mu. Good job. Now identify the second one. What syllable is that? And tell me. Let me see. What did you put? Oh, you put C. Okay, why is it closed? Yes, right. Correct, correct. Fantastic. So how do you read that now? Ik. Yes, the vowel says its short name because the short sound because it has a consonant at the end. It's closed. It's followed by a consonant. Right. So how do we read? Ik. Then Yes, it's music. Yes, yes, music. Right. Do you like to dance for the music? Yes, yeah, right. So did you have some music last week and this weekend? I love to listen to music. Give me one sentence with the word music. Tell me one sentence. Okay, you love to listen. I love to listen to music with my family. Right. That is fantastic. Okay, so we learned these. Now let me give you one more example. Now let's go one step further and try a little longer word. Okay, so let's see. Yes, yeah, you have your letters. Go ahead and put V, O, L, C, A, N, I, and C. My family, right? That is fantastic. Okay, so we learned these. Now let me give you one more example. Now let's go one step further and try a little longer word. Okay, so let's see. Yes, yeah, you have your letters. Go ahead and put V, O, L, C, A, N, I, and C. Right. I know. Don't worry. I know it's a little longer. No problem. No problem. Did you put them on your whiteboard? I see that. Yeah. Just put the I first and then C. Yes. Okay. You got all the letters? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I have 8 letters. Did you put all the 8? Did you see that? Count them. Okay. Yes. Good. Awesome. Okay. Now take your marker and tell me what the first step is. Okay. Underline the vowels. Correct. Go ahead and do it. Okay, let me see. Right, that's good. So you know that we have 3 vowels. So 1, 2, 3. I like that. Okay, good job, good job. So what do we do? How many sounds, how many syllables does it have? Yes, 1, 2, 3. It has 3 syllables. So now we should know how to divide them. So let's see. When I see the word, do I see 2 consonants together? Yeah, right. Okay, so what do you do? Okay, draw the line. I can see that. Fantastic. Yes, so we draw a line in between L and C. Correct. Now, what about the other one? So go to the next vowel. Yes, we draw after the yeah, we can try. So now let's try both and see what we can. If we can draw a line after the vowel, just after the vowel. Okay, so the first one you drew a line here. I saw that. That's good. Now you say that we draw a line after the vowel. Okay, we can try. So now we have 3 syllables. Now we can try. Come on. Can you read the first part for me? First tell me whether it's open syllable or closed syllable. Yes, the first part is. Oh, I'm so proud of you. It's a closed syllable because the vowel is followed by a consonant. Yes, it's. So did you put, what did you put? C. Yeah, C. Okay, then the second one, what do you think it is? You feel that it ends with a vowel, so it's a open syllable. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, then, okay, it has a consonant at the end, so it's a right. It's the vowel is followed by consonant. Right. So now let's try to read. So the first one we already have closed syllable. So the vowel short sound. Right. So w, l, wall. Okay. K. So you feel this is open syllable. So k and a, k. Okay. Then this is n. Yeah. Right. N, ik, nick. So it's volcanic. Do we say volcanic? Something sounds not right, isn't it? Okay, let's try drawing a line after the vowel for the second syllable. Okay, now let's try. Yeah, so sometimes this is what we do. We try, and when it does not sound right, we can change. So now I'm trying to draw the line after the consonant, not after the vowel. And then let's read together now. This is right. Wall, can, ick, volcanic. Does it make sense now? Yes, this word sounds better. Volcanic. Yeah, have you heard about any volcanic eruptions? Or do you watch on news about the volcanic eruptions? Are they safe or are they dangerous for people? Yeah, they are dangerous. So now you see, this word looks very long. But what happened? You could read it. Yeah, how? By dividing into syllables. Okay, so and then identifying whether it's an open syllable or a closed syllable makes it easy for you to understand whether the vowel makes a short vowel sound or a long vowel sound. Okay? Yes, very good. So do you have any questions for me? Do you think now I can let you do by yourself? Are you sure? Are you confident? Okay, I'm so happy. All right, so now it's time for you to do by yourself, okay? On your own, I'm going to give you a small worksheet and let's see. Are you good? Good job. Okay, Johnny, now have a look at the worksheet which I gave you. Now it's your turn, okay? It's your turn to do it by yourself, but don't worry. However confident you are, don't worry, just go ahead and do it. And you know, Miss B is always with you. Yes, I'll be there. So now, look at the worksheet. Let me tell you what you should be doing. Okay, you see a paragraph there? Yeah, don't worry, you know most of those words. Don't worry about those. Now, pay attention to the words which are highlighted. So, what I want you to do is, look at the words which are highlighted. You see that? Yeah, and then you see a table below that? Yeah, it says 2 syllables or 3 syllables. So I want you to look at those words, identify what? Yeah, the vowels, and then if it is a 2-syllable word, you put it below the column of 2-syllable. And if it is 3-syllable, you can put it below 3-syllable. And you see that I have given you one example there? Yeah, so you're going to look at the highlighted words and put them in the right column, whether it's 2-syllable or 3-syllable. So you know how to identify. Yes, you can use your whiteboard, you can write the word, you can underline the vowel, and then, yes. And then after you write that, I want you to break the word into syllable and tell me if each syllable is a closed syllable or an open syllable. Yeah, just like the way I did in the example. Yeah, I can show you another one if you want. Do you want me to show another one? Oh, you're good? Okay. So now I'm going to give you some time. How much time do you think you will need? 10, let's say 7 minutes. Okay, anyway, does not matter. I'll give you some time to do this one, right? So just have a look at the paragraph there. I want you to look at the words and then go down and see the table below. If it's 1-syllable, you put in one column. If it is 2-syllable, you put in another one. And then draw the line for each syllable, break the syllable, and then write whether it's open or closed. Okay? Yeah, just see the example and then try to do it. Okay? Right. So I'll give you a little bit of time and then I'll get back to you. Okay. So go ahead. Okay? So don't worry. If you have any questions, you can always ask me. I'm sitting right next to you. I'm right here. I can see your worksheet and I'm pretty proud of you. See, look at you. You did a wonderful job. Okay. Just look at this word. This one word. Yes. Right. So when you draw a line after look at the second syllable. Right. M-A-G, mag, 1, N-E. When you draw a line after the vowel here, after the vowel, what happens? The vowel says, it becomes a, open syllable, and the vowel says its name. Then it becomes magnetic. Do you say magnetic? What do you say? Magnetic. So the line, you need to draw a line after the T, yes, the consonant, and then it becomes right. Okay? That's okay. Pretty well. You did all the others very well. Very well. I'm so proud of you. So today I'm going to call your mom to say that you did a wonderful job. Yes, you deserve that, buddy. Give a high five. Come on. Yes, good job. Okay? So we have a list of words which we are going to practice it slowly, day by day. We will practice and then we'll do much better. Okay? Yeah. Don't worry, we'll practice more words so that you can be more confident. Thank you so much for being here today, and I'll see you tomorrow. Okay? Yeah, bye-bye, and have a wonderful day.